All right, we're up. It's cookie time for Bella, so give me just a second here. Okay. To give her some cookies. Okay, can you scoot back? Scoot back. Okay, there's one. Okay, can you lay down? All the way down. Good girl. Okay. Can you come here? Show me, come here. Come here. Okay. Can you show me scoot back one more time? Okay, sit. Now wait. Wait right there. Cookies in the bowl. Stay. Look at me. Eat. Okay. That's her cookies. That's a little cookie routine. Gotta enforce a little bit of discipline around food or else she gets grumpy. Okay, so let me get the links up in the back end. We are going to play Halls of Torment. I wanted to play Dark Souls 2, but I think it's going to be a shorter stream. I can't stay up as late tonight as I did last night. We were up until, I think, 4 in the morning until the internet just shut us down. So that's enough. So, can't do that tonight. But I've been wanting to play this game, and we will get back to Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. Okay, I promise. Let me get this going here for a second. I gotta get the link put up so the boys know where to find me. Happy Friday. I hope you had a good week. Let's see, that should be cool. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna copy link. Get this up. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're. Oh, is that right? Is it the self-promote? Oh yeah. Okay, good. Here we go. Halls of Torment, Part 1. Let me put that up. Put that up here for my friends. Send that out. So now we're up. Now we're running. Let's dive right in. So this is a game that I really quite enjoy. Let's see. Hang on a second. Now, one more thing to do in the background. I apologize. Just go to changes and then just Control S. Sorry, I should have had this done before I came in. I was doing a little bit of like thumbnail work, and now I gotta be sure. There we go. That I save my save my project before I close it. Okay, let's dive right in. So this is a game that I've actually played quite a bit. You can see all the characters unlocked. I've been wanting to play it on the channel for a long time. You can see that there's quite a few different characters. Hi and welcome to the chat. We've got a swordsman is who you start with. There's a cleric. There's an archer. A shield maiden with a warhammer. The exterminator is kind of like a flamethrower. The sage is like pure aura. You'll see what that means here in a little bit. Well, in a few days, maybe a few different playthroughs. What I like about this game is it plays in 30-minute bursts. So you go into a bullet hell and you play for 30 minutes. And at the end of 30 minutes is a boss. If you've survived that long, then you can fight the boss. If you beat the level, you move on to the next level in another 30 minutes. Okay. I've unlocked a lot of this. It's a roguelite Bullet Heaven with a 90s ARPG aesthetic, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it's fun to watch. I'm not sure, but we'll play it a little bit here and there. I'm going to delete my save and start fresh so that you can see it. So we're going to go in here, and I've already... Oops, I don't mean to quit. Where is it? I do have the DLC. Profile. So these are all the backup autosaves for your progress. Mine go back to 2023. Okay, so I can restore my progress way back. Most recent was last month or this month? April? No, May 22nd of May. So wait, hang on, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, today. It saved it today. And prior to that was the 11th. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Okay, so 10 days ago. So we're going to reset and delete this, but we will have backup profiles going way back, and I saved the entire folder. So we're not losing anything. And I can come back to it if I want, but I thought for the purpose of the stream, it would be fun to create a playlist where we play this every so often for about 90 minutes, do 2-3 runs, and then just track as we go. And if people enjoy it, enjoying the stream, then we'll keep playing it. I mean, I'll keep playing it anyway because I like to play what I like, and this is a game that I really like. So we're gonna reset. I will start over from the very beginning. Oh, look, that's cute. I am dead serious. Do it. Uh-oh, it restarted the game. I wonder how that plays on the stream. Do I have to... I'm going to watch for a second. I'm watching the stream for a second to be sure that you guys still get... You got a black screen. You got to restart. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to start with the swordsman. There's not a lot at the base camp yet, but I can kind of show you. There's a well where we will be sending gear up as we collect gear. There'll be a well keeper and we'll be able to send gear up. This is a gate that opens up later in the game. You can see the credits there. This is, I think, these stones unlock as different sorts of interactive, like altars and shrines that you can use to unlock your different stuff. And you get some NPCs, like I think the Potion Man stands over here, or maybe over here when you unlock him. So things will unlock, and then all of our characters will unlock around the campfire. And there's a quest system. One of these is quests, and maybe this one where you'll have to do 10 million damage with a certain weapon type or something like that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to do the Haunted Cavern. And we're going to do 30 minutes in the Haunted Cavern. I want this to be a short stream. I've got about... hang on a second. Let's turn off the tutorials, though. Damage damage is good. We do kind of want aiming line. We do want auto attack. We don't really want auto aim. Did it tell us how to turn off the tutorial? Okay. This is it. This is the game. You're looking at it. We're doing it. Rico replays. Hey Rico, sorry. Oh man, I missed your stream all week. I'm so sorry, man. I'll do better next week. I promise. I'll come see what you're doing. What are you playing right now? So this is. You should. This game is great. If this game is on your console or if you're playing on PC, this game is great and it's very cheap. This is what you do. So you know how this works. This is like Hades or something. You get these kind. It's a roguelite, Bullet Heaven, Diablo inspired. You get to choose how you level up. I don't usually go for much defensive stats at the beginning. The pickup range you can kind of pick up later. I'm gonna go for area because the swordsman. I mean, this is bare bones. We have just barely started this game. Okay, that's the magnet if you've played Vampire Survivors. Is it? I hope so. I hope it is. When I get my new controller, I want to play this with a controller too. Okay, we're gonna go straight damage. Well, range would have been really good, but we'll go a little bit of damage since we're playing the swordsman. We want to pick up some XP. Feels a little boring right now because it's a little bit slow. This up here is a magnet. If you played Vampire Survivors, it pulls all of your anything that's been left on the ground. It pulls it to you, and we can go get that in a little bit. this is a special ability scroll, so we're going to go get that scroll. And we're also in this level looking for a trail of blood on the ground. This trail of blood. This is like the quest for this level, so we can actually read the tome. I think it's voice acted too.
End of the blood trail, they've piled up what remained of his victims.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Shrines, both bearing a fragment
Playing Halls of
of
Torment.
holy relic. Unearthing them would require a dire sacrifice.
Yeah. Okay, so follow the bloodstream in each direction, and there will be like a little mini game that we have to play, a little challenge. We're mainly just trying to get leveled up a little bit and get some abilities. Ooh, attack speed. Yep. Attack speed, range, area, because we want to be able to kill as much as we can. Finished Rico Replay says, I finished Metal Gear Rising, the base game. I'm trying not to die here while reading the chat. This game, actually, I can already tell, this is going to be hard for reading chat. Because you can't take your eyes off this for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to try to catch up in a second here. Forza Horizon 6. Oh yeah, that's real popular right now, huh? I've seen that on top of the Steam chart. So that's racing. That's like sim racing. That's like, I used to play a lot of Gran Turismo back. It shows how old I am. PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. I played Gran Turismo 1 and 2 obsessively. In fact, I still love those games. In fact, if I get a PlayStation 5, I'll get those and play them again. Like I said, maybe later this year I'll get a PlayStation. So that's it's kind of a boss. I think it's more of like an elite. No, bosses are usually kind of in yellow. But we're playing, like after we beat this, we should unlock like Torment mode, which is much faster paced and harder. And after we've done some upgrades and we're more powerful, then we'll be able to, it'll be a lot more interesting. This is like the slow boat. Okay, so when we cross that little barrier, we're going to get another elite to spawn. So we don't want to do them all at once. We're just going to finish this guy. Maybe get something from him. Yeah, we got an ability from him too. That's great. Okay. We're just going to fight our way around the mob. Yeah, I used to love racing games, and that's something I need to get back into. Okay, here we go, level up. Probably crit chance for now. Okay, so Phantom Needles is really good. Orbs is like Bibles in Vampire Survivors. It's orbs that circle around you. It's not bad. Phantom Needles, it shoots, or it's like auto-targeting little needles that shoot out. That's really good. Arcane Splinters is actually really good too. These are all good. Arcane Splinters is shurikens, magic shurikens that fly out from you in a pattern, so it hits all around you. But typically Phantom Needles is the best for where I'm at now. Although, yeah, we'll take Phantom Needles. So see them shooting out, and it's just going to target randomly around me. But they're good because they, oh, I got a little quest objective. Oh, this is, okay, here we go. Now we're in the real game. You just got to carve your way out and walk around them. Okay, here's the elite. It spawns when I cross the barrier. Let's get another. Could do lightning strikes. Let's do arcane splinters. You could also pass up an ability. It's not always best to have all abilities because they start to pollute your choices. The more abilities you select, the more choices you get for those abilities, and while that can be good for 1 or 2, if you have 6 different abilities, then you're not getting your base level ups. Okay, we're gonna go attack speed again. Yeah, there's the arcane splinters. See how they fly out and then they linger, doing basically area damage where they're sitting. So we got to go try to find that blood trail again. That's going to be the next thing we want to do before it gets too crazy. If we complete the blood trail, the quest, then we get an item that helps us kill the boss. It kind of powers the boss down a little bit. I don't think we're gonna beat the boss tonight because we're so weak and pitiful. But we're gonna go try. This is way different than Hades, though. I watched Rico play Hades. Oh, by the way, Rico replays on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific. Probably want area, or we didn't get range yet. Sometimes I just go with everything, like the lowest thing. It'll be like phase 1. I'll just take if everything is on level 2 and there's something on level 1, I'll just take whatever's on level 1. Okay, we're looking for that blood trail. We're not really leaving enemies behind, by the way. It's kind of a looping 4-way scroll. I think the level doesn't really have edges. It has a center, and then the more you go in any one direction, your enemy pile will kind of loop around. So if you run away from an elite, like I ran away from that elite, he'll turn up at the top of the screen eventually. Okay. Yeah, let's do area. Where did that elite go? There. Oh, there's another boss. Okay, here we got. This is the first mini boss. And then there's an elite mini boss in the upgraded Torment version of this level that's outlined in yellow. Elite bosses. Maybe I killed that guy. Oh, I guess I killed him and he was money, wasn't he? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Ooh, hit. He's spawning imps. I'm gonna move out of those little telegraphed zones. Ooh. Okay. Health and movement speed, that would be really good. Phantom needle attack speed. Let's go health and movement speed. Movement speed and attack speed are really, really good. Yeah. I might get Hades. There's Hades 1 and Hades 2, right? Rico says it might be interesting to see you play Hades. I liked watching you play Hades 2. It looked really cool. 20% melee range, that's going to be really good. Upgrading our abilities would also be good. 10% range. Let's just do... That was a swordsman specific upgrade. Each character class upgrades certain things every time they level up passively, and then they also get access to... Okay, we got our first piece of gear. Probably 50% crit chance, I would say. Yeah, let's do that. The gear is going to make a big difference. Now you see how much bigger our attack pattern is. We're critting. That's good. I got to find those blood trails. Yeah, I'd like to try Hades. What do you recommend? They're both good. Would it be better for me to start with Hades 1? I'm sure it'd be cheaper for me to find it on sale. Oh, there's a gummy dude. Let me see. Let's see. To send a... Oh, there's my blood trail. Okay, so chances are this could be the one that leads back to the center, or it could be the one that leads to the bottom minigame. We'll just follow it down and then see where it goes. This is getting tougher. I can already tell. If we don't have enough mages, if we don't have enough damage, we'll get overwhelmed. Okay, I'll look for Hades. I'll put it on my wish list and get Rico says Hades 1 tends to be on sale for $5 because it's older. So I'll definitely do that, and that'll be a good introduction to the series. And then if I really love it and it's successful, then I'll get Hades 2 and give it a shot. It looks really fun. I like this control style, isomorphic, 4-way scrolling. But it looked a little more closer to an ARPG, like you had this sort of level up scheme, but it looked like there was rooms and you were defeating rooms of enemies, sort of, not like a constant pile of enemies. Let's take weapon proficiency 1, which was base damage. Let's try to kill this pack of sorcerers before they become a problem. Okay. Yep. Oh no, that was the middle. Oh no, I gotta follow it all the way back. Okay, that's fine. We got 20 minutes left. Like I said, I don't expect that we're really going to defeat the boss on our first run, because you'll have to see how crazy the enemies get, and then keep in mind that in I lost the blood trail. Keep in mind that in Torment mode, the enemy waves are even crazier, and then they increase 5 torment levels based on how well you're doing. So when you're killing more, the more efficiently you kill, the harder the enemy waves get, the more massive, insane amounts of enemies you get, and faster. So in Torment mode, it's built to make you fail, you know. But that said, you can beat the game. I mean, you can beat the levels and beat the game. Okay, regen might be smart. Pickup might be smart. All those are good, but we're going to take strength, because we want to cut through enemies and just rely on our movement to stay alive and healing items. Yep, here it is. So what this is we're going to activate this, and we got to kill 100 enemies within the borders of this zone. Okay. I'm getting outside the borders, and we have an elite on us. I see those little slimes are splitting. Those metal slimes, they're like mercury slimes, and they're splitting. Okay, movement speed. Trying to come around and trim them off the edges when I can. Let the arcane splinters do some work. There we go. We got it. Now we got to pick up that item, and then we got to follow the blood trail back. Movement speed. We got to follow the blood trail back and get to the other end of it and get the other one. Yeah. Attack speed for arcane splinters. That's going to be pretty good. Hit 25 enemies with a single attack. So those are quest markers that are going to pop up. Yeah, Rico's recommending Hades 1. Let's see. Yeah, area and range on weapons. Do that for sure. Okay, got the totem fragment. Regeneration and defense, that would be pretty good. Attack speed and crit chance is probably better. We will want to do some defensive stats, but really the best defense is a strong offense up to a certain point. Because you can get block strength is when you get hit, it's like damage reduction on hit. You can get I forget. We'll go through them when we see them. Pickup range is still good, but we're just going to keep pumping strength. Because our best bet... Strength is damage is going to level up even our arcane splinter damage. You can actually look closely in the there's an abilities page that tells you, oh, here's where we'll probably die. There's an abilities page that will tell you all the scaling on every ability and what stat it's scaling up. so you can know, like, sometimes strength would, like, for example, critical rate would be useless on certain auras, for example. That's going to be an ability. We need that. I think we don't have many abilities unlocked, because we should have 3. So these must be the only 4 abilities available. Let's take lightning. That's just going to do random lightning strikes in a radius around us. Take area again. We might start taking some pickup range when we get it, because that might really help us level up faster, stay ahead of the game. Might start taking some regen too, so we're starting to take some hits. It's gonna get a little bit tighter here. Health and movement speed, attack speed. Health and movement speed. We're going to go defeat this other objective at the top of the blood trail, and then we're going to go for that magnet and try to get some big level ups by picking up all the experience crystals that we left behind. It's easy to lose sight of that blood trail and get lost because you're trying to stay alive, walk around all these enemies. Okay, base regen. Attack speed, projectile size. Oh, that's attack speed just for arcane splinters. Let's just take a little bit of regen. Not much. Okay, here we go. How have you been, Rico? You were saying that you were having trouble, you're feeling sick last time I talked to you. You couldn't breathe. Uh-oh, I lost that trail in my blood. Lost my blood trail. There it is. See, it turned on me and then I walked away from it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this one's got 3 areas I need to kill in. Really, projectile size, this is bad because I shouldn't have taken it, because projectile size is going to keep popping up and you want those to get bigger, not smaller. So there's another version of upgrade for it that was probably not attack speed, probably be like damage and size or something like that. Let's take 1 long range pickup. Oh, we got this guy. He's going to be annoying. He's not going to let us. Oh, I got a magnet. That's great. I happened to pick one up. Okay, so thick hide base defense. That's just how much damage. That's raw damage protection reduction. You can also later get a potion that lets you re-roll these screens, which is nice. You can get up to like 10 of those potions. Let's take Phantom Needle's attack speed, because that's going to be really good. That's going to burn down a lot of bosses for us. That and one called Immolation if we can unlock it. This was feed 3. Take a little more regen. Yeah, we're getting all those level ups. Okay, main weapon, area, and range. Health and movement speed. Attack speed. Phantom Needles. Damage. See, here we go. 30% damage, arcane splinters. We'll take that. Okay, reach level 30. Pure strength. Gotta be careful. The screen's getting real busy. Gotta pay attention. We keep moving. Gotta be walking through these bones and swinging at them. Got 53 more kills I gotta make inside these areas. Melee range. We need to start taking some defensive stats because it's getting a little bit busier. See how I'm starting to take chunks now, or before I wasn't? Because the screen's getting real busy, I'm getting rushed down, and then these stupid sorcerers get to shoot their Little projectile. And I don't have any auras yet. That's really kind of deadly. Immolation and I forget what it is. There's an aura that kills him. But let's take regen. We're also getting a passive increase to regen every level with as a swordsman. That's one of his base abilities. Okay, here we go. This is going to begin. 17 remain. We've got to fight our way back around. Okay, let's do Phantom Needles damage. Got some kind of quest unlock for Phantom Needles. 8 enemies left. Oop, taking chunks. If I die, that's it. You can later get an upgrade that'll let you. You can buy a permanent upgrade that is like a revive. Got him. Another piece of gear. Crit bonus. Base damage. Block strength and health. Let's take the armor because we're starting to get weak. Area. See how wide and big our sweeping attack has gotten compared to the beginning. Now all we got to worry about is killing and staying alive. So we'll head towards this magnet and try to get this other magnet, and we'll kill barrels to try to get some potions and cheese and stuff. But this is where it's going to get tough to stay alive. There's carrots. There's a little bit of a health increase. Some more carrots. Everything's been good, Rico. I've been hanging in there. I had my sleep schedule fixed, and then I stayed up super late last night with Lagmeister, playing Dark Souls 2. We started doing PvP in Dark Souls 2, which is really neat. I actually... oh man, I just read that other message. Rika says, I'm finally feeling better today. Still coughing, but I don't feel like passing out every time I cough. Oh, I remember that when I had COVID. It was like right before... Well, I don't want to tell my whole COVID story. But I had COVID in like October of 2019 before it started to really spread everywhere. And that was exactly it. I was coughing so hard. If I would breathe in more than a sip, like you could breathe like... and just breathe like tiny sips. And if you breathed any more than a sip, you'd have a racking cough until you just started to fade out. Like you're about to pass out. It was so terrible. I feel so bad, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. Let's take more range. Yeah. I had my sleep fixed. We started doing PvP. I had my first From Souls PvP win. Organic invasion kill. Because, you know, in Dark Souls 1, you can kind of opt out by staying hollow. And you never really have to fight a PvP invasion. I'm going to get over that and start playing as human more in when I return to Dark Souls 1. And start looking more at what the PvP meta is at various levels so that I can actually enjoy and fight PvP. PvP used to make me mad all the time, and I used to hate the idea, oh, some guy's gonna kill me, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't bother me anymore. I played some invasions last night. I played in the arena last night, and I just don't know the meta. The guys in the arena have these crazy builds that just slaughter you. But the organic invasions, some of them are good, and well, the guy that I killed was good. But he invaded me in an area where there was like this really tight corridor. Ooh, that boss sucks. There's this really tight corridor. It was like rock walls on either side, like close to your shoulders. And I got him trapped in there, and he was wielding a halberd. So his halberd was bouncing off the walls every attack, and I just punished his poise. He didn't have any poise. It was like a halberd with a really light armor build, because halberds are heavy, and I just punished his poise with my mace, and just boom, 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 hit him with 5-hit combos, and just rocking him in between those walls where he couldn't swing on me. So all he could do was a thrust attack, and I would block it, and then just pummel him with mace. It was really fun. That's in that replay. Rika says I'm not ready for DS2 still. Yeah, I think you are. I think you are, because you played really well on Dark Souls 1, and you're an Elden Ring guy. So I think you're going to be just fine. The bosses of Dark Souls 2 are not that challenging, but like at all. I've not been impressed really with any of the bosses. They're gimmicky. Quite a few of them are just like gang battles where they have like a lot of little buddies that swarm you while you're trying to kill the boss. They're not that skill intensive even compared to Dark Souls 1. Like where Ornstein and Smo requires you to kind of juggle, and even like Quelaag kind of requires you to read her moves, and oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go Phantom Needle's attack speed. Sorry, I got to talking. I think you're ready for it. Yeah, it's usually always on sale. I had to wait for a sale to pick it up for $20. Oh, no, I don't want you to buy me a game. No. When Sekiro comes out on sale, I will get it. I think I'll really enjoy it, but I still have to play through Dark Souls 2, I have to play through Dark Souls 3, and I have to play through Elden Ring, and then I'll do Sekiro. I know it's going to be fun. I don't want to take your money. You're my friend. I can get it. I appreciate the thought very, very much. Oh, I've got to kill this sorcerer boss. He's going to be the death of me. I got to kill all these guys. Okay. I probably should start doing some more damage. Get these potions. I really need some regen too. But we're just going to die eventually because we don't have the core stats leveled up in the main screen. That's really what it boils down to. And we don't have really strong abilities yet. Ooh. Keep taking hits from this sorcerer guy. Need another magnet too. Come on, we got him. There we go. Phantom Rift, when needles disappear, deals magic damage in an area. Damage increases for each remaining piercing count multiplied by damage and crit bonus. I don't know exactly what remaining piercing count means. I think the more enemies it's passed through, like it only gets to pass through a certain number based on the stats, like it has a piercing count of how many based on range or something like that. Yeah, let's upgrade our Phantom Needles, and then we're gonna try to find another magnet. We're gonna kill barrels until we can maybe get another magnet. Rico Replay says Sekiro is the best FromSoft game in his opinion. Yeah, I've heard that too. That and Elden Ring, the most developed as per the main vision. Let's get some pickup range. This is some pickup range. Let's get some kills. This is another way you can kind of farm, is like just stay in an area. We're down to 9 minutes. We're doing pretty good. But the last 3 minutes is completely insane. And I don't think we have enough movement speed. Kill 5,000 enemies. You can't walk when the green slimes break into acid puddles and you can't walk through them. Oh, here we go. We're gonna start getting chunked by some of these guys. Gotta get him another magnet. Just trying to carve our way through and kill barrels, because eventually this looks like where the well is placed when we get the well, so there might be a magnet around here. There's a cheese, that's good. Cheeses, carrots, potions. Okay, phantom needle damage. Picking up quite a bit of gold too, and we'll get gold for completed quests as well. There's a potion, okay, so we're doing pretty good. We probably need to build up a little bit more metabolism. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're cutting through the waves, but here's the next wave. Ooh, and a boss. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I spoke too soon. Those little pink skeletons spawn and then shoot. Did I tell you I got a new controller, Rico? I've been using this, and I've been swearing by the Logitech F310 for decades. Okay, it's a PlayStation 2 style twin stick controller. It's very bare bones, but it's programmable. It's sturdy. They've lasted me years at a time. I'll buy two or three at a time, and then just wait for the sticks to start drifting, and then just throw them away and get another one. But it usually takes a couple of years. But I finally have found the company 8-Bit Dough. I can't look at chat right now. I'm sorry. Here we go. I got a magnet. Okay, game on. Okay. Hey, Cupcake is here. Hi, Cupcake. Welcome to the stream. I found the company 8-Bit Dough, and they have Hall effect controllers. Now, the one I bought they have all different styles. Because they've got them, I think, for like GameCube style, the old GameCube style. They've got them for N64. They've got them like all the different styles of controller layout. But I'm gonna get a Xbox style, and all the buttons and controllers are what they call Hall effect or TMR switches, basically, or sensors. So that means there's no spring inside to get weak and start drifting. You might know all this. Sorry if you do. Let's take pickup range. That's going to help us longer term, I think. Let's take damage on splinters. This is bad. This is bad. It's all bad. Okay. Movement speed for sure. Region. We really need movement speed if we make it to the boss. You have to have a good movement speed ready. So if anytime we see movement speed, I think we're going to take it. It's your best defense in this game. But I think that. Oh, come on. Attack speed, projectile size. Let's hit pickup range again. Yes, movement speed shoes. That's gonna help a lot. Now, eventually we're going to get the Well Keeper, and then we'll get to send one piece of gear up per level. And then I think we get the ability to upgrade that gear. Yeah, we do. There's another guy that lets you upgrade gear. But I think it's going to be exciting to play with Hall effect joysticks. I've got big joysticks for Flight Sim, the Thrustmaster T16000. And I've been very happy with those for my space game, Elite Dangerous, because their Hall effect sensors in they're really smooth and easy to aim with because they're very precise. I don't know who knows what or whatever. I may just be preaching to people who already know all this stuff, but spring potentiometers that are in your standard controllers and have been for 40 years, they're good because they're cheap to produce, but they drift over time because the springs wear out. And furthermore, it's two springs, one for X and one for Y. So it's only really approximating your aim, kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch. It can only really move one axis. It can move a cursor or move your character or whatever one axis at a time. And when you move it diagonally, it just sort of approximates between the two based on the polling rate. So that can still be good because you'll say you've got a polling rate of like 1,000 megahertz. It's polling 1,000 times a second. So it's very good. It can be very good even if it's going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right to go diagonal. Rico Replay says I use a GameStar G7 Pro. I'll check it out. I'm kind of a controller nerd. For a guy who's only used a crappy Logitech for decades, I'm still kind of a nerd about it. But anyway, that's why I'm so excited to get this one in the mail. I don't know when it's gonna get here. But I'll probably be able to pick it up Monday. I'm thinking. Look how great this is. Look how good this is. Oh yeah. After this game, I'm gonna run grab a cup of coffee, and then I gotta turn on my Instant Pot. I set up a soup to cook, but I didn't turn it on. As soon as this is done, I'll do that. And then I'll be right back. And I'll probably take Bella out for a pee too. And then we'll do one more run. And then we'll see where we're at for stream time. Because we're already 47 minutes because of all my pausing and talking. But we'll probably do this run and then maybe one more if we can get right into it and stay on it. Let's do more Phantom Needle damage. Because that's going to be what kills the boss for us. If we're fast enough to even outrun the boss. Which may not be. We need to find one more magnet. Okay, it's starting to get bad. We're heading into the last 3 minutes. It's going to get real bad. Because we're going to start hitting those. We're going to be looking for a way out between enemies, and we're going to start hitting those goo piles. And that's what's going to kill us. But we got the glowing purple talisman thing up at the top left, and that will smash a big old chunk out of the boss when we start, so that'll help. But he's going to be fast. He's fast, he charges right at you. Everything else will disappear. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's just take health. Deal 1.5 million damage with Phantom Needles. That's cool. It's going to unlock something. Keep taking hits. Looking for one more magnet in these barrels. So what do you guys think of the game so far? Is it stressing you out like it is me? Yeah, now the green ones are splitting into little green ones, and they're leaving big piles of goo. We're getting a constant stream of these little dogs. Oh, magnet, that's what I needed. Perfect, right before the boss. We got 2 minutes. Okay, base regen and movement speed. We're gonna take movement speed. We're gonna take attack speed. Survive to 2 minutes. Remember, this is easy mode. range, crit chance, health, arcane splinters, attack speed. Probably just grab health because we're going into a boss fight. Minute 36. Yeah, Cupcake says it's cute. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. You might like it, especially if it works with it. I think it works with the controller. When I get the new controller, I'm going to try it. Because really the only inputs are moving around with WASD and then pointing your mouse. So it would work just fine, I think, with the controller. I've just never tried it. Because I play Zomboid like this with keyboard and mouse. I'm just going to farm. But by the way, this game is $6.66, full price. You know, so when it goes on sale. Rico says, I like Diablo 2 and roguelike, so I'm already in. Yeah, great. That's great. Guess we could take 3 big. Let's just take ring range. Look at that range. Look how big that arc is when it goes out now. And my crit rate and my damage is pretty good. Like, it's not as good as it could be. We gotta get out of there. Gotta get out of there. We're starting to get hit. Starting to take chunks out of us. We got 30 seconds. 30 seconds until the boss. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We just gotta survive. This is actually not too bad. This is not too bad. We're just gonna keep running. Just gonna carve a path in front of us. Get out to the side when we need to. Okay, we're doing good. Take what we can get. Try not to get hit. Gotta keep moving because these sorcerer guys. Oh, here we go, boss. So he's gonna telegraph, and you gotta be able to move out of the way. Yeah, he's taking some damage. Those Phantom Needles. Phantom Needles are whittling him down. We're hitting him. We're moving out of the way. Okay, hit him with all those. Dodge all these. This is doing pretty good. That's the one that kills you. And if you don't have enough movement speed to get out of the way of it, then you're toast. But I think we're doing pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, I think well, we'll see. I don't want to speak too soon. Because he could chunk us down. He could chunk us down pretty quick. So he's doing all of it now. Charging and area of effect and shooting projectiles. Oop. Okay, he took a big chunk. Stick with it. Stick with it. See, he's doing them all at once now. Big streams. Ooh, come on. And he's getting faster. He's staying closer to me. I'm getting caught on stuff. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. We got him. We got him. We got him. Ah, we beat him. Oh no, we just beat his mount. Phase 2. Okay. Oh, but he doesn't have as much HP. He's got Dragon's Breath though. And grabbing hands. That would probably kill us. Ugh. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. It took a bunch. Okay, 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 okay. Come on. Almost. Almost. Almost got him. See what I mean about movement speed? We almost got him though. We almost got him. We got him. The Lord of Pain. And that's it. That was the first level completed. So that's going to probably unlock maybe the Torment mode, maybe just the second level. I do want to finish my run. Congratulations, the Haunted Cavern. So we got some damage stats. DPS with our maximum damage per second over a duration of 30 seconds. Our DPS was 3448. None of this really means anything. I mean, it does if you want to compare between characters and kind of keep a track in your head, but it gives you an idea. The amount of damage, the amount of kills. So we killed 10,000 creatures, dealt 6 million damage. Received 3,400. We collected gold. Excuse me. Gold off the ground. I got a cough too, Rico. I've had it for like a month, like a lingering cough. I got sick. I got sick for like 2 or 3 days over a weekend, and then I've had this stupid lingering cough for like 6 weeks. It's just a nightmare. I don't know what my torment score means, but we got some gold bonuses, and then we should have gotten gold for a lot of these completed quests as well. So I don't know if that's going to be our gold total. We'll see. But you should be able to. I thought these tell you what you got. Upgrade Phantom, Blessing Strength. I thought you could click on these and see what you get. Well, we did it. We unlocked the Archer. That'll be cool. That's probably what we'll do next is run the Archer. Try to unlock some more characters. So, okay, so we return to camp. We got the Cleric and the Archer. I like the Cleric a lot. We unlocked quests. Oh, here's where we can see all of our completed quests and what they do. So, for example, Haunted Caverns, defeat the Imp Chieftain, unlocks the Ember Grounds. Defeat the Skeleton Lord unlocks the Necromancer's Clutch, so that's an item that'll drop. So then here's another one. Deal 500 million damage in one run. Any character, reward 5,000 gold. Well, we don't really care about the 5,000 gold, but we do care that it'll unlock other quests, and we care to try to complete all of the Haunted Cavern quests over time. But that's clearly Cavern Berserker 3, that's clearly going to be a way later game. And that seems like an enormous number, 500 million when we dealt 6 million this run. But there's going to be, when we start doing Torment mode, there's going to be way more enemies. And you'll get way more bosses, which means way more abilities. So you'll get all your abilities stacked. And we'll be leveling up in the roguelite system. And we'll be leveling up with gear. So it's just all going to start to compound. Up here, that's where you go to the different levels. Over here is where you use your gold, which we've got 7,300 gold, and we can buy permanent upgrades. And so I think like a revive is pretty good. But I think movement speed is better. And then probably pickup range. And then more of these unlocked too, by the way. These are just the starting unlocks. Even more things to permanently level up continue. Probably just health or damage or range. Now, is there anything that's under? That's all we can pick. That's all we can get. And you can always respec. So, all right. That's it. We're ready for another run, either with the swordsman or to pick a different character. I could probably pick the archer and do another run. But I need to. Yeah, easy game. Easy game, says Rico. Yeah, we made it look easy. It gets harder. It pushes you to a point of failure. Now we have access to the Ember Grounds, but we don't have access to Torment mode. We want to get built up to we want the Well Master, the Well Keeper, and I can't remember if you get it in the Haunted Caverns, if you get it by playing the Ember Grounds. We might be able to tell in the quests. Let's see. Oh, it's a gummy deer. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's correct, Rico. Yeah, it's a Survivors like. It's after Vampire Survivors. This was, I think, one of the first Survivors likes to really come out and hit. I remember seeing it played online on some channels that had done Vampire Survivors and guys that would go on to do Mega Bonk also. Uh, then like they were, when we got the orbs, they were calling it Bibles, and when we got the I forget what the aura is called, they were calling it garlic. Um, but it's also I haven't played Vampire Survivors. I should probably get it because I would love it. I can't speak to what it has that Vampire Survivors doesn't have. Um, okay, so I don't see an unlock for the Wellkeeper yet. Oh, yep, look. Enter the Ember Grounds and rescue the Wellkeeper. Unlocks the Wellkeeper, any character. So that's what we're going to do because that's going to be super important. Um, we're going to go for that this next round. But I need to take Bella for a little short pee break. I need to turn on my soup pot and I need to get my coffee cup. So let me put up a little quick. Be right back screen. The thumbnail for the video. And then we'll be right back to Withstand Live. Stay tuned. I'll be like 5 minutes or less. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're back. I guess I should put a BRB on that. I just used the stream thumbnail, but I should put like a "we'll be right back." Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry about that if you were confused and you just coming back to the screen. My friend's talking to me. Okay. All right, so we're back. Let's dive right back in. We're going to do the Ember Grounds. Now, we'll see. The Ember Grounds may be a stark increase in difficulty from the Haunted Caverns. It may not be that bad, but I remember the first time I played the Ember Grounds, I was like, man, I'm not ready for this level yet. But I have some experience with the game. So, you know what? Gotta set my. Oh, we're gonna die. We are gonna die. Oh, we're gonna die. I was trying to do something, and it started quick. Okay, so I've got an ability over there. I've got an ability over there, and I've got something right here. I don't know what it is. Oh, the Wellkeeper. Okay, now I'm gonna set my timer. I gotta set a 4-minute timer. Okay. All right. They got voice acting. Okay, the key must be somewhere nearby. But it's not on our... Oh, it is. Look, it's on the radar. 110. Okay, and we're playing the Archer. So the Archer automatically has a much longer range, obviously. I mean, that makes sense. Less damage per projectile, but there's no solid arch. Like the Swordsman does a solid... like... portion of the circle, whatever, and a solid angle. Oh, this is the quest. But the Archer only does projectiles, but they do pierce, and they have a piercing value, and they'll go through a certain number of enemies. So when you get crit really high on the Archer, you'll just see waves of crits roll through enemies. It's really good. They're all good. All the
to release its power against the Lord of Regret, one must bring it back and subdue it in battle.
The Ember Eye was passed through many burning hands. Now it's resting on an obsidian slab, gazing at the crumbled body it once inhabited. To release its power against the Lord of Regret, one must bring it back and subdue it in battle. So we're going to find an item. It's going to spawn like a big blob, I think, and we're going to have to kill it to get the item to weaken the end boss. Okay, but our main goal is to get the key. Oh, the key is in the possession of this elite. Okay. So you can see we only damage what we actually hit with the arrows, right? But then, like the other heroes, we're gonna get abilities when we level up. Just gotta get some level ups going. Okay, we need movement speed. We need damage. We need some pickup range. We'll probably take 2 or 3 pickup ranges early on this time, because that was holding us back last time. So we were relying on. Okay, there it goes. There's the key for the Wellkeeper. That's going to be huge to get that Wellkeeper. Take a little regen, because the Archer's a little bit weaker than the Swordsman. See, the Swordsman gets quite a bit of regen each level, like 0.2 or something. We'll have to look at it. You can actually look at that too in the in this traits and abilities. You can actually look at all your attributes, your character stats, your ability stats. So, for example, you get a 1 point. My attack speed's at 1.0 right now. Cone angle X20. So you can look at all these numbers and compare them, and then back at the camp you can actually see the growth rates for Archer versus Swordsman and stuff like that. So if you like the numbers, if you like to just play it for fun because it's cute and stressful, that's great. But then you can actually get into it and kind of understand based on what the characters natural growth rate is, what of these you should be taking. Definitely want crit rate. In a lot of ways, you always want strength and crit, you know. But you always want movement speed. You always want, like defensive stats are usually not as important. But then for different characters, defensive stats are how they do it, because it'll be like that's where they shine is in building up huge defense and relying on abilities. Like the sage. The sage is all abilities. He gets lots of extra abilities, and he doesn't have a main weapon, so you don't ever need to take anything main weapon. You just take increases to your abilities, and he's one of the baddest characters in the game. Range and area are good on the archer, but I'm just gonna keep doing strength because we really need to up that individual damage. And right now I'm just killing and working my way towards this well keeper guy. Let him out, because that's our only goal, is send him up. Because now when we get gear, we can send one piece of gear up per run, and then we'll get to keep that gear in a loadout. We'll get to purchase it from him after we send it up, and then we'll get to keep those gear permanently and take them in, so we don't have to gear every time we come down. We can have like a starting build. So that was our whole goal. And now we're just having fun. We're gonna work our way towards this other I don't know. I feel like that statue is how you find the. I haven't learned the secret of how you find the boss thing in this game, in this level. But look, that guy's suspicious. Like he's pointing this way. Now that one's pointing this way. And that one's pointing this way. Maybe that's leading us to the Ember Eye. If so, then we've learned something. Oh, that led us back to this. Or is that? Oh, that is the Ember Eye. We got it. Okay, so now where is it? Oh, that's right. Okay, so now that we have the Ember Eye, sometimes you have to watch, because the things that appear over here, it's like a compass. So I think it's pointing that way. I'm not sure. But we need an ability real bad, so we'll just watch that. Yeah, see, I think it's... See how there's a shiny spot on it that's pointing up or down? But we're going for this ability 300 meters this way before it gets too out of hand, because we really need something other than our arrows, or we're not going to make it very long. Okay, another level up. Okay, here we go. Attack speed, movement speed. Always take multi-strike. It's rare. It's a rare stat upgrade, and it's always important. Even over movement speed. There's like a tier list of ability upgrades. And multi-strike is S tier. Multi-strike and attack speed are pretty much S tier. Movement speed, I'd put movement speed on an A. Along with pickup, well, I'm gonna pick up range. Movement speed on an A along with strength and crit bonus and crit chance. And then your B tier is going to be like pickup range, area and range. Depending, sometimes area and range, depending on class, sometimes area and range are very important. Okay, again, I think Phantom Needles. That's going to increase our DPS quite a bit. Now let's start going for the, look for the eye. It stinks. We're going to have to walk through that every time. Go for this other ability too. See, the waves spawn a certain number of enemies for a certain amount of time. Is that guy almost dead? Oh, perfect. Yeah, here we go. Okay, ring blades. Ring blades are great. And they function off of a lot of the things that the archer naturally levels. They don't look good now, but as they level up really strong. Crit bonus, crit chance. Rico's back. The next level up, I'll read the chat. I realized that you can't take your eyes off this game, but every time you level up, you can read the chat. Yeah, I put my soup on. I made a really good chicken and vegetable stew that I've been enjoying for quite a while now. That's sort of my. Oh wow! Did you see how much damage we took? Oh my god! This run might be over. Yeah, because we have to walk through this fire every time. Man. Gotta go for this. Alright, that sucks so bad. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, well. That was hard. Rico says, I'm back. I see why the game mixtape was getting so much hate, and I understand now. Oh, really? Tell me about it. Because I only followed that a little bit. My understanding of it is that it's astroturfed. That it's like a, what would you call it? Like a vanity project. Like when somebody, I've seen it more in the movies where like you have somebody who just has a lot of money from something else. Like either they got it from a trust fund or they got big in, plastics or something. They got a several $100 million because they invented something or whatever, and then they always wanted to be a movie star. So then they get a bunch of camera equipment and they hire a bunch of people and then they put together a movie and make themselves a star. And it's like, oh, you can't act, bro. You can't act. You don't know how to make a movie. You don't know how to direct a movie, but you're directing your idea of a bad movie to star yourself, and it shows. You know what I mean? Whereas like a real movie is a collaboration between hundreds of talented artists that have spent years learning to do their various parts of the movie, and then a director that has a clear vision and is making it for the love of the art, generally speaking. And that's to varying degrees. I'm a big film nerd too, by the way. So if you ever want to talk about movies, we could talk about movies. But um, tell me more about mixtape and what's going on with that, because that's kind of like my bird's eye overview, is that it's a vanity project uh, where they just basically paid a ton of money to get the rights to all these songs, and then the game is really kind of just like a walking simulator or something that where you listen to music. But I mean, you could do that on Spotify, you know. And I mean, I guess nobody's going to stream it because nobody can stream the copyrighted music off of it. So that's weird too. All right, well, let's go to camp and let's see what we can get. The Archer didn't do so well, but the Ember Grounds is a little bit hard. The item stash, we start off with some basic gear, and
You've earned my deepest gratitude.
Deepest gratitude.
Rescue, of course. And since we've made such a great team down there, I have a proposition.
Rico says it's claimed to be an indie game, but has so much money from their publisher, so people saying it's a AAA game hidden under the indie title. Well, yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Let's be cynical for a minute. Because AAA games have been suffering for like the better part of 2 years, probably, with major flops that have come out, spent hundreds of millions of dollars in development and equal amounts in marketing, just like a major film release, and then come out and flopped, right? Marathon, right, is a huge example where they had all these players for Destiny 2 that were loving everything about Destiny 2 so much that they were paying, I mean, hundreds of dollars for this game every year in updates, paid DLCs, hundreds a year, and they're still paying it and playing it and enjoying it. And they apparently wanted to shift focus. They thought that they would just force all of their little Destiny pay pigs over to Marathon, but it was they scrapped all the PvE, which is what had people playing Destiny 2, because it was basically Destiny 2, in my understanding, is where everybody came from the Halo PvE genre. Like, we loved Halo, we loved fighting Halo PvE levels. We went through all the Halo games and we ran out of Halo games, and then Destiny comes along and it's sort of like an endless dungeon raid version of Halo game mechanics, sort of. And then Destiny 2 is more of that. And then they were charging us every year multiple times or whatever. And then now it's an extraction shooter. And they just canned the servers, I guess, right? Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. Rico says, yeah, barely any gameplay with fully licensed music and full voice acting. This is not indie. Yeah, this is an indie game that I'm playing.
This well has dried up a long time ago.
This looks like it was made in 1997.
Help me escape.
You know, it looks like you're playing it on a Pentium 3
The other end. You might want to drop a trinket.
with onboard graphics. You know what I mean?
Hoist it up.
Or like a Voodoo. You got a Voodoo 2 running this game.
What do you say?
Although the amount of stuff that it tries to play on the screen at one time would burn any one of those computers, just smoke them. All right, so this guy, no items to buy. We haven't sent anything up yet, but this bucket goes down. There's a well down there, and when we find a piece of gear, which we're going to load up, with the movement speed shoes, base defense 25% health, base block strength. We want block strength. And we want attack speed over pickup range. Although the long dick fingers are pretty good, but 30% attack speed is way better. We don't want the defense cliff. So we're going to get more necklaces, rings, armors, boots, and hands and helmets. And we're going to, when we send one up, we'll buy it from the well keeper. It'll appear here, and then we can put it here and put it into our loadout. And so we can just load our loadout right there, which is really good. We got a little bit of money we can add to our. Maybe we should save for more movement speed. Well, no, 12 more pickup range. That's good. And then let's just go play the archer. Now here's another thing. In the quest, you don't just get quests for the levels. You get quests for the character type, the character classes too. So we can look ahead and go, what are our quests? Acquire quick hands 4, reach level 30, crit enemies 5,000 times in a run. That's gonna unlock transfixion, which is a really good ability. Blessing attack speed. I think that's. I'm not sure what blessing is. That might be at our altar. Unlock elven slippers. This might be blessing. Shrine of blessings. So attack speed. Attack speed is not unlocked yet, but the archer quest will unlock it. Okay, so let's try to beat. We're at an hour 26. I think I said I was going to do 2 hours tonight because it's Friday night. I kind of want to hang out. Kind of want to just put in a stream and then have a Friday night. You know what I mean? Oh, Destiny. Rico says Destiny 2 servers will always be up, but no more updates. Oh, well, that's disheartening, isn't it? Maintenance mode. Nobody wants to see their favorite game go on maintenance. All right, let's play the Haunted Caverns again. We're already doing better than we did before. See, here's the Well Keeper. So when we get a piece of gear that we like, we'll come back and send one item up from the Halls of Torment. So that's a quest. We don't really need pickup range. It's kind of a waste. Let's go crit bonus. Oh, here we go. Let's follow this blood trail. I normally don't follow the blood trails early, but we found it early. Okay. Gotta let him get in the circle. Gotta kill him in the circles. Quick hands, attack speed. $69 damage. I'm gonna start picking them a lot quicker. That way we can get more runs in per stream. And I'm gonna go back to Dark Souls tomorrow. But I've been wanting to play this for a while. And I think anytime I want to do like a little bit of a shorter stream, I'll play this or something else. And then anytime I want to do like a daytime, middle of day stream, I'll just play something other than Dark Souls. But I think going forward, I'm going to pretty much try to stick to Dark Souls at 10 p.m. Central. And do like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., something like that. And try every day. Yeah, let's take a quick chance. We get kills within the circle. There we go, that one's done. Damage and force. I think force on the archer is going to be the multiplier for getting your piercing value. How many enemies an arrow can pierce before it disappears. And that's going to let us propagate waves of critical hits through our enemies. We also, like, with really low health progression and not much regen, so we're going to have to take some defensive stats on the archer too. Alright, attack speed, movement speed, regeneration. That's attack speed, movement speed. we do get good movement speed growth on archers, so we can take it where we get it, but I don't think we need to focus on it. We need to focus a little bit more on like a little bit of health and regen. Okay, we're gonna follow the blood trail back to the middle. Maybe get some abilities real bad. We should get one off of this guy. An ability or a gear. So we're already doing better that we got that well keeper because we increased our defensive stats with that and our movement speed with those. Yeah, let's take regen. With that equipment that they gave us. Yeah, level up. There we go. Ring blades. We didn't really get to see the ring blades yet. So they're like, they're ring blades. They're like chakrams. I lost my blood trail. They're like chakrams that fly out side to side, but when you level them up, you eventually they get really good. I said that already, but they get bigger, so they start taking out more in their path. They start to rebound more times. Because they're like boomerangs, they'll return to you, but you can, if when you're moving, they keep flying past you. So they'll rebound more times. The damage will increase and the size will increase, so it'll take out more, and they'll move faster. We're going for quick hands 4 to unlock something. Damn, I lost my blood trail again. Got some kind of pickup. Give me like a little minor aura. Uh-oh, I lost blood again. There it is. So it's hard to see. And they don't really explain it to you very much. It took me a while to even figure out about that blood shell. Dedication, agility, base movement speed. So base movement speed, and then your other abilities are multipliers. But let's go with crit bonus. This one's easy because it's a single circle. So we'll just like let them climb in and let them get in here with us. Quick chance. See, it's our goal to see just like waves of red numbers. Speed. I need a little bit more regen. All right, now we're in business. We did our boss quest thing to weaken the boss. So now we're gonna go for this equipment off of this guy, I think, and the ability down here. I kind of want to play that Crawl Tactics game again too. I did one stream of it and I kind of just did the tutorials. I'm a big Final Fantasy Tactics guy, which I would love to play that too someday, maybe do that on stream. It's one of my all-time favorite games. But it's not very. It's probably not very fun to watch because you want to farm on that game. That's why I was thinking Crawl Tactics would be good because it's built more like a roguelike. Where you can gain the right. Here we go. See, 20% crit chance on blades. Let's take regeneration and health again, though. That's gonna be good. And then we'll get an item. Let's summon skeletons. That's not bad. 50% crit bonus. That's very good. 50% crit chance. That's really good. So we're gonna take the crit chance ring, and then we're gonna go for the well, and we're just gonna send it up. That means we don't really get to use it this round. Take some health. But that's okay because it'll go into, we'll buy it from the well keeper and it'll go into our permanent rotation where we permanently start with 50% crit chance, which is really good. Send that sucker up. Making some good progress on this in our first playthrough. Can we flag other quests? Yeah, you can. Here we go. So we can flag other stuff. So we can. Let's Ember Grounds. Don't deal damage with abilities for 30 minutes. Must be completed before the Lord spawns. So take no abilities. That's crazy. See, Rico, I think you would love this because it's the achievement hunting is within the game system. So you're like, oh, I gotta get these. This is the kind of achievement hunting that I like. Unlocks additional elites, kill 15,000 enemies. Yeah, let's track that. I don't think we're gonna do it, but we can try. Let's level up our blades. Alright, this is gonna start to get good. The completion time to 100% is 30 hours of what, this game? I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if it was that fast. But maybe. Because you do get very powerful very quick. I don't know how many hours I actually have in this game at my current power level. I can check my Steam here in a minute. Because I've gotten to the end. I've gotten to the end of this game. To where you kind of hit the repeatable. Where they're like wanting you to repeat. Yeah, Phantom Needles. I know I just keep taking Phantom Needles, but it's really good. It's really good with the Archer, too. Alright. Ooh, multi-strike. That guy's gonna drop money when I kill him because he spawned off of that ability area that I picked up. Yeah, just money. That's okay though. Money's good. Alright, so we're just gonna farm. We're gonna walk in a square. I guess I could go for that magnet. Speed. We got a quest for that. Let's go for the magnet, and then we'll just farm right there. I'm moving quick now. 19 minutes. So we're just gonna run through the end of this round and then probably spend our money and then we'll call the stream. Cause I wanna eat and hang out. And then since tomorrow's Saturday, maybe we'll do a midday stream. I'll have to see how it's going. Maybe play something different. Maybe go back on Grounded. It'll be fun. Maybe do something like Hogwarts. Something I haven't played on stream yet. Or how about this, Rico? Tell me what you think about this. Attack speed, movement speed. That's really blade size, blade damage. We're gonna definitely do that. There we go. Awesome. 6 splinters again. How about this, Rico? How do you feel about the Baldur's Gate games? I've got the Baldur's Gate remasters, and I was thinking about playing through this, and I've got Icewind Dale 2, and I was thinking about starting a series of those old school CRPG Dungeons and Dragons games. Damage and force, main weapon. I think that's probably. But we kind of also need swift feet. Yeah, 6 more damage. We got 20 minutes left. I never played Baldur's Gate 1. I played a lot of Baldur's Gate 2 back when it came out, and I really loved it. And I'd like to play it again. Really give it a shot. Attack speed, movement speed, or damage? Probably attack speed, movement speed. Oh, it's the stupid sorcerer boss. Okay, now we're gonna get a good level up. Let's just take pure damage for a while. Bonus. Rico says, I'm trying to perfect a race. Personally, I don't know how Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 are, but I've watched multiple people play BG3 and can't get into it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Let's take personal movement speed. Let's take... force might help our abilities. And it might help our piercing. We kind of need some health. Screw it, let's take force. Blade size, blade damage. Multi-strike main weapon. Now we got 4 projectiles. That's good. Quick hands 3. We need quick hands 4 for our quest. Yeah, well, I'll give it a try. I'll give Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna probably buy. Well, we'll see how much it costs. I think it's $20. So I'll probably buy Baldur's Gate 1 here pretty soon. If it's but either if I catch it on sale or if it's not very expensive. And then I've got the remaster for 2 with the DLCs. So I'll probably pick, but I've never played 1, and I think it'd be fun to play a series where you play straight through from level 1, a level 1 character, and then play it all the way through the whole series, including the big DLC Throne of Ball. I'm getting fast. Look how fast I'm getting. Okay. Oh, Flame Strike. Flame Strike. Flame Strike is really good. Crippling Blades adds 2 projectiles per cycle. Additional blades can apply slow. That's also really good. More blades. But Flame Strike is better. Flame Strike hits the closest enemy. Damage and crit chance increase when attack does not trigger. And it has a burn chance. So you're going to start to see like these guys catch fire and burst all around me. Okay, I can do Phantom Needle's crit bonus. Okay, now we're getting into spin to win territory here pretty soon, where we can almost just stand still and just kill all around us and move very little. See, like we completed that wave. We completed that wave before the next wave spawned. That's great. Damage and force main weapon. Let's just do crit bonus. Oh, there's my 40-minute alarm. Okay, hang on, reset that one. Hold up. Okay. Oh man, attack speed of damage. This is tough. Oh, quick hands forward. That was on our quest. We got a quest for that. 20% damage. That's better than strength. Although strength increases the damage. It's all damage, not just main weapon. So our choice there was 10% to main weapon along with force, or 10% to everything. Let's take blades. Crit chance. Let's grab some gear. Now this, we're not going to be able to send this gear up, but we'll be able to use it. 0.1% damage per 1 HP missing. On hit with physical damage, 20% to spawn a shockwave. Deals 40% of the original damage in a 3.5 meter radius. Well, 3.5 is not very big, and you don't really want to get hit. And 1 out of 5 times that you do get hit, it will reflect 40% of the damage in a very small radius. That's not very good. That's very good. That's very good for like the swordsman. If we had got that to send up, that would have been an instant swordsman use, because you can get his HP up to like 1,000 and then run around with your HP at like 500, and then that'll give you 500 times 0.1% extra damage. So if 0.1% is 0.1%, then that's 0.001. So 500 of those would be 0.5 times your damage, or 5% damage increase. Does that make sense? I think that's correct. Blood-soaked shirt. On kill, 5% chance of +1 HP. Each kill charges it, increasing damage with diminishing returns. I think that is +1. I don't think that's healed HP. I think that's base HP on 5% of kills, and you kill quite a lot. So I think we're going to take that, and then we're going to wear it, and we're going to find out. Let's see, watch if that HP number on the left, 363, goes up at some point, or if it's actually just like health increase, like returning our health. I think it's just returning health. Oh yeah, because look, we're getting a little green 1 appears on our body. Okay, so that's healing. Well, that's still good though. Flame strike damage, big time. 14 minutes left. Flame strike damage 2. This is gonna get nasty. On this low of a level, flame strike is probably flame strike. Look at this. We don't even have to move. Well, barely. Yeah, we don't really have to move. We could just kind of like slowly spin. Okay, we're taking a little bit of damage. But look, we defeated that whole wave before it finished. Flame strike attack speed. Yep. I mean, I would almost just level up flame strike. Like, not even get any other abilities. Just pass up other abilities for XP and like just you can you can not take an ability and you'll get 50% of your next level, which doesn't make a lot of sense early on, but later in the game it does. Sick force, because that's piercing. Let's look for another magnet. Just chopping our way through. We got the crit 5,000 enemies, and we're steady working towards our 15,000 kills. I don't know that we can get 15,000 kills without Torment mode, where they increase the amount of spawns, but we might. You just got to spend less time running away and more time killing. Let's take movement speed. I think we've got enough movement speed though. We really need like more damage, because the last 10 minutes you start to get hard. Looks like we're completing the waves again. Let's find a magnet. If you kill enough barrels, you'll get a magnet. Oh, this sorcerer boss. Swift 4. Let's just take some regen. That flame strike, if you get right up on these bosses, that flame strike will just rip them to pieces. Alright, crippling blades. Yeah, let's do crippling blades, because that doesn't give us an extra ability to put more choices into our level up pool. It actually just increases our ones we've already got. I find that unless you're running the Sage, 4 abilities is about all you really want. Blade size, blade damage. Yep. Every time that comes up. Those blades are getting big and there's a lot of them. And they're slowing enemies. Gotta find a magnet. There it is. Got it. Perfect. Now we can just hang around right here till the end. All right. Phantom needle damage, probably. Phantom needle damage again. Everything damage. Area is going to spread out our arrows, but it also might increase our blade size. I have to look at it closer, but I think that's the case. I'm just going to hang out right here, kill everything. Yeah, I love racing games, man. Perfecting a race and getting it perfect. I used to like, so my racing game experience is primarily, I mean, it goes way back, old school little games, but like Rad Racer even. But flame strike damage again. That's going to be the best thing we can do. Look at that. We're hitting thousands. And I saw 7,000 pop up. Oh no, it was 700. I loved Gran Turismo and unlocking the like the licenses, the license challenges, where like it would be like all you had to do was just make this one curve of this one track perfect. That was really enjoyable. And then of course it leveled you up as a player too, because once you could perfect that corner, it's like, oh, then when you race it in the actual game for all the chips, like perfecting that corner, you're like, oh, I know exactly how to do this corner. You get to do it with your good car, your Skyline. Man, I missed that game. That was a really good game. I think because it had real cars too, it was really cool. And a lot of different challenge modes. How you had to have a rear wheel drive, you had to have a 2-door or whatever. And then I really enjoyed Gran Turismo 2 also. Oh, look at this guy, he's getting just totally torn down by the flame strike. More attack speed. More crit chance. Overall crit chance or flame strike attacks? I think flame strike attack speed. Yeah, it dealt 750,000 damage with ring blades. That's awesome. Okay, I gotta move. I'm gonna die. Can't just stand there. Those pink guys turn into projectiles. Okay, more gear. Base damage ring. Base defense and movement speed. Let's take base damage ring. Base defense and movement speed would have been a good thing to send up, because that would be good for our starting build on all characters. Like the cleric is really slow, but it has super high regen, and then it chops in an area like it just shump 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 shump, and it lays waste to whatever is within its attack range. So the more area you can get it to go almost a whole circle around it, and the more range you can push out your distance, and it'll slice a huge crescent out of everything around you. It just can't crit, but the damage is insane. I'll play the cleric next time I do this game. Probably crit chance. Okay, we're almost done. 6 minutes. If I don't talk too much on the pause screen, and then we'll wrap the stream. And we'll probably do some more Dark Souls 2. We'll do Dark Souls 2 again tomorrow. That's what everybody wants to see. And I've been enjoying it a lot. Although, who knows, if I'm up all night again tonight, maybe I'll just come on late and play it for a couple hours, super late. We'll see. See how I feel. Range, regen, health. Let's take some base health. Mass destruction, 10 million damage in one run. Doing pretty good. Yeah, Rico. Rico says tomorrow more Dark Souls 2. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. I just wanted to play something different, and I wanted to. I've been wanting to show this game off for a while because I really love it, and I wanted to play a little bit shorter stream tonight. We're right at 2 hours, so we're gonna wrap it after this, because it's just it's a good game for like a couple hours. And then we're gonna get it built up to where whenever this game comes up, I could even just play it for 30 minutes before I play something else and switch. Switch games and just do 30 minutes of this, or maybe as a wrap up, like play Dark Souls 2 or whatever game we're on, play Elden Ring or whatever game we're on for 3-4 hours, and then just go, okay, let's throw on Halls of Torment as a little bonus and do like 30 minutes of Halls of Torment, because it gets really, I think it gets really fun. Crit bonus. It gets nuts, is what I would say. Like when the spoilers, when the Wellkeeper gets kidnapped towards the end of the game, you go into this zone where it's like a treasure trove, where it's just all gold, like a dragon's hoard. It's all gold everywhere, and it's so ridiculous. It's so hard, and you have to pay to get in to the level, and you can pay more to make it even more difficult. It's crazy. This game gets crazy. Cupcake, what is that? What is that emoji? Let's just take some health for a while, because we're doing fine on damage. Kind of need another magnet. But I also need to do some killing, because look, we're getting close to our 15k. I'll look in a second. Dabbing emote, dab. Yeah. See if we can find a magnet. I need a magnet. Come on. Area is probably good. Range is probably good. Let's do area. I think area is blade size, but I'm not sure. It may be blade size is only thing. Oh, here we go. We got a magnet. Yeah. 1.5 million damage with ring blades. Let's go more damage. Needles attack speed. Oh, okay. Flame strike damage. Oh, that had something for rings too. I probably could have took. The flame strike is great, so. Heal up. I think getting a hit point for every 5% of kills is 1 out of 20 kills is really good. These all kind of suck. This would take movement speed. I mean, they don't suck, but it's like don't really matter as much. It's not that block rate isn't good, it's that the block rate on the archer isn't that good. So when you get 0.5% or whatever of block rate for the archer, it's like, well, 0.5% of sucks is still sucks. So right now I'm trying to move kind of in a circle to collect all my stuff. This could take more pickup range. Screw it. We're gonna be fine. We got a minute 30 seconds, then we're gonna beat the boss again, hopefully. We should. We've got enough good abilities. The flame strike alone will just destroy that boss. You can tell how good we're doing by how quick everything's dying around us, and we're not really having to move a lot. It doesn't look like we're going to get to 15,000. Oh, there's a magnet. That's what I needed. Doesn't look like we're going to get to 15,000. Just because we're not really going to get enough enemies on the board. We're trying though. Look, we're getting close. We got 45 seconds. Just kind of carving our way through. This is pretty good. Level 60. Ring blade size and damage. That's good. Just 13k. We gotta kill 2,000 more enemies in 20 seconds. It's not gonna happen. Gotta move. There we go, boss fight. Ooh. Now watch him burn down real fast because of the flame strike. Look at that. His hit points are just melting. I just need to avoid those. I gotta avoid those projectiles. Ooh, he's killing me. See, that could die still. Because this archer's like weak compared to the swordsman. Oh, he's toast. Look at that. Got him. All right. My boy don't know about dabbing. Well, I do know about dabbing, but I didn't recognize that as the emote. If I'd look closer, I'm making excuses. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and to our third person, that's going to be the end. Tomorrow night, more Dark Souls 2 I'd say by 10 p.m. Central, probably between 9 and 10 Central. We're going to do a little more. We're going to have to figure out where to go in Dark Souls 2, because I think the last thing I did was I got to the Dookie Water level with the Dookie Fog, and I ran through and I beat the boss, and I wasn't very impressed with the boss. And then we got to the new area, whatever that was. And I can't remember what it was now. So anyway, we still got a lot to run back through. We've got to run back through all that Dookie water and stuff and green fog and figure out, like, because we missed a lot of items, probably just a lot of little faded souls and stuff in the fog. But we want to go around and search for secrets and stuff in there. And then want to figure out where to go next and what to do. I don't have any clue what the structure of Dark Souls 2 is. It seems to me you start at Majula and then it sort of branches like a tree. Like you start at the top of the tree and then you keep working your way down the trunk and it branches off into a bunch of dead ends and you have to return and go down the trunk further and then return and go down the trunk further. It's instead of whereas like Dark Souls 1 is like a four-sided figure eight, like two figure eights that intersect, and you go one way and then loop back and then go another way and then loop back and then go another way and loop back and then go another way and loop back, and it all keeps looping back and you just keep opening up more and more in like a flower. But Dark Souls 2 is more like a tree where you hit dead ends. It doesn't really loop back to the beginning again, if that makes sense. The loop backs are more like just within the levels. And they seem to go like one level leads to another, leads to another, leads to another to a dead end. So anyways, enough of that. Let's get some upgrades real quick. Let's go buy, let's see how much. We'll do the cleric next time. Wow. 2,500, that's a good ring. We're gonna buy that. We'll do a loadout. Put that ring in it, and then we'll save that loadout. And we'll buy some more permanent upgrades. Probably movement speed. Can't afford it. Dang. Get some more pickup range. That'll help. Can't quite afford both of those. Damage, health capacity. We'll just save the gold we got and go for more movement speed next time. I'll jump in real quick and give you a quick taste of the cleric, and then we'll wrap it. Just so you can see. So see, the cleric has this timed. I guess it doesn't look much different from the other attacks, but it is. Because it's like a slow pulse. It does big damage though, so he's doing like 1,000. But it doesn't crit. When it crits, it deals the same amount of damage. But then you take area, see, and it gets wider really fast. So, but if we take all the area upgrades, then we're going to end up with it as an arc, kind of like almost halfway around. And then we take range and area on this guy because his damage is already really good. We don't need to take a ton of damage, and we don't need to take crit. But he does need movement speed real bad, and he's got very high regen. But he needs movement speed. See, now I could sit here and play this. I could totally play this for like 6 hours. But I'd already decided to play less today. Thanks, Rico. Rico says enjoy the rest of your night. Yeah. We'll play this for a couple minutes. I swear I'm not going to keep playing it. I can't remember if you really need strength. Don't need crit. Let's just take health. Rico says, do it. I played Final Fantasy 14 for 9 hours. Did you get your fish? How much of your fishing is left? Are you doing your fishing? You gotta catch 1,300 fish or something, 1,700 fish. Different fishes. I'm gonna be tempted to do Final Fantasy 11 stream one of these days. Not soon, but like, damn, look at that, 20% regen, and his regen's already high. We're gonna take movement speed because he needs movement speed. He's slow. No, I gotta eat for one thing because I haven't eaten and my food's ready. And it's Friday night. I kind of just want to chill, watch a movie, hang out, you know. I did a lot of errands today. We went to town, to the store. So it was a good day. Weapon proficiency, damage main weapon. So damage and strength probably does help on that guy because he attacks so slow. Debuff chance. I think we want proficiency damage main weapon. God, look at that. It hits so hard. And we're going to take Flame Strike. Man, I'm really tempted to play more, but I'm not going to do. I'll show you this though. When you pick up, so you can take more abilities, or you can take 50% XP. I think it's just to next level, so it's kind of sucks when you're early levels. It's not very much XP, but the reason you would not take an ability would be because you don't want these abilities to pollute your upgrade pool. So we're gonna do that. See, we're only gonna get 96 XP. Not very good. But it did give us another level up. I think force is good. It's knockback. Take damage. That's basically it. We're just waiting on bosses. So we could do the blood pool. Well, I'm not gonna do. I'm going to quit. Return to camp. I'm calling it because you have almost, Rico says, almost 500 fish out of 1,730 unique fish in Final Fantasy XIV. And you're already a master fisher. So what does that do? Does that give you like the ABC rod or something like that? Or is it an achievement for your achievement list, for your gamer score? I'm tempted to play Final Fantasy XI one day, maybe later this year, because I love that game. But to be quite honest, the problem is in order to play that game correctly, you have to use some third-party tools, and it doesn't affect other players. Everybody uses them because it makes the game playable. The way that they've updated the game over the decades, the content has gotten so hard that the only way to play it at a competitive level against the PvE, against the game, is to use third-party tools to manage your equipment swapping and to provide very basic quality of life, basic information. And I'm sure that's the case with World of Warcraft and other games too. But as you know, with Square Enix, they're very ban happy. And so if I'm going to play Final Fantasy XI on stream, I have to play it in a way with like overlays and stuff to where I can use what I need to use at a minimum without sort of like flagging myself as using something. And then, of course, on the actual game stream, never mention any of it ever, because you don't want them to have any. You don't want anybody to have anything to report you with. You know, like I can talk about it now as an abstract that people use it. And it's not like anybody's going to really dig for it to try to get me banned, but you never know, you know. And I may never stream it. Or I might try to do it where I create a fresh character and play it completely no tools. Just a clean character and play it that way. But it's such a boring game unless you're playing hard content. I don't, and it's so many hundreds of hours to reach end game that I don't know that I would ever do that. And I certainly wouldn't multi-box on stream. Although I could run a pocket healer on my other laptop, and that would probably be okay. And use a controller in my lap and multi-box, like physically multi-box. But I wouldn't want to multi-box the way that I always did on 11. Because on 11 I would multi-box 6 characters. And I kind of fell out of love with the game because some guy introduced like a hack, like a plugin that you run, and it just automates 6 characters without, they just do everything. And you just run around and they just do everything without you having to push any buttons. And he was charging people a subscription for that hack. So I don't know if that's still around. I haven't played it. I haven't talked to my friends that play it very much. And certainly haven't talked about the game. So I don't know what the state of gameplay is as far as that's concerned. But I would multi-box 6 accounts, and I had my own tools that I built. And basically it was just shortcuts so that I could type command line to my different characters and control them that way. And I had a lot of fun doing that. I really enjoyed playing the game at a high level in that fashion. But I just don't know that it's possible, and I don't know that it's really possible to stream it that way without putting my account in danger. So I might be done with that game forever. We'll have to see. But I guess it could be fun to play it, you know, quote unquote legit. I just don't see how you would do it because the boss mechanics that they've introduced for most of the content, even the older content, are so difficult that you have to switch gears so quickly in so many pieces. So you've got like this whole gear grid. I think you've played it before. You get this whole gear grid where your character has, what is it, like 12 core pieces or something, and then you would have to switch that, and the in-game macros are only like 5 lines or 6 lines. So you would have to be hitting 3 separate macros, like Alt 1, 2, 3, just to change gear for a weapon skill that you'd have to put on like Alt 4. And then you'd have to switch back to your damage reduction gear instantly afterwards. And the macros, the in-game macros, don't move that fast. There's like an input delay. So you'd be dead. You'd just be dead from massive area of effect damage. You know? For 14, you can use any mods. You just can't use it to talk down on other players. So if you use a DPS check mod, you can't call anyone out for doing smaller damage. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So has Square's stance on that stuff lightened? Because I thought they were much more ban happy on 14 for that kind of stuff. I'll have to look into it. Because if we're allowed to use that stuff, then it wouldn't be any trouble. The only problem for me is it's like $120 a month, you know, for subs. You know. But I mean, I would show off my characters and farm in Dynamis Wave 2 by myself, and maybe start a guild and start leading people on Friday night streams and stuff. The director of 14 has always had this stance. Well, I'll have to check into it. Maybe the new director of 11 is not quite so hard on it. Yeah, but the guy that's in charge of 11 used to be in charge, or used to be involved with 14, I think. They brought him over. Because we've had several directors over the years, and I forgot all their names. I remember, of course, Hiromichi Tanaka. you know, God rest his soul. I'm sure he's alive, but I mean, praise be to Tanaka-san, you know, or Hiromichi-san. He was the original hardcore Final Fantasy XI director that made all the horrible time sinks. He made the decision, you know, about Valkyrie Dunes and how horrible that game was for all those years. Hardcore game director. It's like, nope, no quality of life, no concessions to the player. If the player dies, someone else has to raise them, or they have to home point in an hour. That, like, he was the guy where you would be max level 75, and you would, if you died, you would lose 10% of your XP to next level. So if you died 10 times, you down level, and you down level out of your gear. You'd be dying, and you die 10 times in Dynamis, and all your 75 gear would fall off, and you'd be naked. You'd have maybe your rings or something, maybe your staff. You know, brutal. I could sit here and talk about Final Fantasy XI for 12 hours. So anyway, that's a 2.5 hour stream. Yoshi P. Yeah, we had Yoshi P for a while, didn't we? Yoshi P is one of our trusts in 11, isn't he? Oh, I dismissed that. I should have restarted it, but I'll just put it down. All right, that's 2.5 hours. I love you, Rico. Thank you so much for being here. I know you want to see Dark Souls 2. We'll see it tomorrow. I'm glad you're feeling better. I hope you feel even more betterer. Have fun playing Forza. What is it that I always say? Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. Drop a like. If you think about it, when the replay pops up, hop in and make a comment. I appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. I hope you had fun. I had a blast, and I'll see you tomorrow.